everybody, my name is Paint Splotch and welcome back to the Create a Gem series. This series where on this channel every single month for the year of 2026 I am making a brand new character for my stories and I am bringing you along for the design story chaos. You would think it's April by now, you'd think I'd be better at describing that, but no I'm not. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna get right to it. It has been a month. It has been one of those months where life is just like actively punching me in the face. So I am very fully aware that this video may be late going up, hopefully only by a day or two. I'm gonna try to fast track it, but by the time I like develop a character story, even the bare bones part of it, do the artwork, film the video, edit the video, it's still gonna take some time. So, giving myself the benefit of the doubt here. Probably going to take me a hot minute to get this out. It may be a little bit late, but just because it's been a crazy month. I don't really want to air life out like it's some kind of laundry, at least in this series. So yeah, I'm not going to say too much other than life is just lifing right now. And literally the other day, I looked at the calendar and went, oh shoot, I have almost missed April. So, that's what happened to this. If it's late, I'm sorry, but you know, I can only do so much. So, with that said, I don't think anything really has changed since the last time I did this. I know sometimes I will update the generator with like new prompts and I can come in and be like, oh, I added, handful of new gemstones that I learned about because I'm a geology nerd. I think the only thing that really differs from the usual list, and this is not the March list, which had the lucky traits, and this isn't the February one that was like the Valentine's one. This is just a standard list. I also will say, because I forgot to mention it earlier, I know I got super excited and I had the extra character for March. And like I said, life happened. And so I started filming a video for the second part. It's just going to be a bonus at this point at some point. I'll get it out eventually. That's a goal. Is an eventual goal. I would like to do that. But for now, sit tight. Okay. So I think with that said, we're ready to dive in. So let's see what we can pull, and let's see if we can get some really fun ones. First one out of the gate is going to be a... Alright, here we go. It is going to be a Star Garnet, who is a land surveyor, a male with medium-length hair, has a gradient on both legs, and is a tundra wolf hybrid. That is an interesting combination. I don't hate it. Maybe that's not necessarily like my favorite, oh my gosh, right out of the gate, first one, I know what we're picking, what I'm picking. But it's not the worst one I've seen. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna roll it back. I'm gonna get the 3 and then I'll maybe talk about design ideas. If we don't crash the website for a second time. Oh, it's gonna be one of these nights. Do I have to wait for it to crash and then re-roll? Awesome. Oh, there we go. Okay. We have a Chrysocolla. I think I've said this in a previous video, but if I ever mispronounce these, forgive me because, I'm a geology nerd, but that does not mean that I know everything. Friendly reminder. It's Chrysocolla Detective, who's a female with long hair, round glasses, and is an island wolf hybrid. Oh, I'm sensing a theme tonight. Okay. I feel like it's the first one. I'm not, maybe it's because I'm tired. Oops. I don't know if I'm necessarily falling in love with either of these. Can we go lucky number 3 to give us something just really good? Really stellar. There we go. Wow. White Aragonite, who's a potter. Ooh, female with long hair, chest bandages, and just a normal gem. Guys, hold on. Medium length hair, long length hair. I think that is the first pull I have done where I have not gotten short hair. And I looked this up the other day. And every single gem so far that I have done has had short hair as the prompt. Which I thought was crazy. This, okay. Alright. Ooh, I don't have any potters. It's so weird. Normally I do love the hybrids. I think they're really fun. I love these characters. But is it weird that I actually just kind of like this? I also don't have a lot of white gemstones because the white on white, you have to play with that so carefully, I think, where it's not just going to look like you drew an outline and your character is completely pale white. You got to kind of mix some like off-whites, maybe some creams in there, maybe some light grays to kind of give the character some depth. Ooh. You know? I think the land surveyor, I feel like this one's pretty good. I don't know if I actually have... I have wolves set up, right? I'm trying to think in my own lore if I have this developed as a species yet, or if this was a new one I'd added. I know I don't have island wolves yet. But honestly, like, right now, simple, speaking to me. I kind of like the idea of a potter. I like that it's a normal gem, because that can go anywhere. That does not have to mean I stick this gal in the capital city and like, oh, she has a pottery shop downtown. It gets mixed reviews. You know, the rebels seem to like her, but nobody else does. You know? Oh, you know what? It's gonna be odd. It's an odd choice. It is unconventional. But I'm going to go with this. Also, chest bandages. Ooh. All right. I have some wacky ideas I want to play with for this one. So, you might see a lot of... Sorry, I got distracted by an advertisement that's playing off the screen, which was talking about driving distracted. What? The irony of me being distracted by an advertisement about distracted driving is golden! Okay, sorry. Oh, where was I? There's so much simplicity in this. A white gemstone, really clean palette, and just like potter, somebody making something out of clay. Making things. Long hair. The chest bandages, which to me, I don't know. I gotta just stop yapping. It's time to cue up the musical montage, and let's see what I can do with this, because I'm vibing with this. I'm feeling it. All right, Editor Paint, you know what to do, and I will see you guys in the character review. All right, here we go. It is the final reveal. I never know how to segue back into these. Sometimes it just happens, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll just dive right in. All right, well, we have Ethena, the brand new character. So let's dive in. Her character quote is, "If you listen to the stars, you may learn many wonderful secrets." I thought it was just kind of cute, kind of whimsical. I feel like she's kind of got this whimsical personality, maybe. All right, it's her description. When Ethena I just realized there's a typo. Hold on. Okay, that's probably not going to be the same place, but that's okay. I fixed the typo. All right, let's get back into this. When Ethena discovered she could manipulate stars and all of their parts, she ramped up her creative efforts to include them in the beautiful pieces of pottery she makes. These unique pieces of pottery are as... I just realized it says unique again. Just go with it. These unique pieces of pottery are as unique as the gem who crafts them. Regular pottery is fine by her, but it's a lot more fun if she can mix in stardust. You might even say that this potter is out of this world. I had to. You know, sometimes, like, cheesy, corny jokes. Amazing. Alright, so her about section, her full name is Ethena Starmist. Yes, I spelled it as weird as I could because I could. I am an adult and I can make poor choices. Good? Good. Her nickname, Stardust or Starshine. I feel like I could see other gems calling her that. Being like, hey, Starshine! Or hey, Stardust! It just sounds cute. Species, gem. Gem type, white aragonite. Again, if I mispronounce any of these gemstones, please forgive me. I love geology, but that doesn't mean I'm a master by any means. So, if I mispronounce, just go with me. Or gentle corrections. I do well with that too. Not mean comments. Nice comments. Her birthday is July 26th. Age, 38,426 years old. I feel like I bring this up every single time, but I need to redo my age system because it makes barely any sense to me, let alone probably anyone else. I need to fix it. She's probably around 38 in human years. We'll go with that. Height, she's 5'8", female, pronouns she, her, sexuality straight, powers, asterokinesis. I don't know how to pronounce that. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Basically, she can manipulate stars and stardust. Occupation, potter. Affiliation, rebellion. Motivation, create beautiful... I really typoed this, didn't I? I'll fix that in the end before it goes live. Create beautiful pieces, pottery pieces. I'm mispronouncing it. Let me get some water, hold on. Oh, and my water bottle's out of water. Awesome, I'm doing good. Alright, motivation, create beautiful pottery pieces like the bygone days. I will fix that before it goes live. Okay, likes. She likes stargazing with friends, swimming, meals made with lots of cheese, aged wine, and she likes wishing on stars. But she dislikes cloudy weather, extremely deep water, grapefruit, whiskey, and wearing pants. Her traits, she is creative, independent, thoughtful, and kind with her words. Her friends are Lotus, Sunstone, and Iolite. I'm sure there's more. I kind of start shuffling and playing with these. It'll probably change over time. Enemies, Hessonite. Strengths, she always sees the good in other gems, even if they can't see it in themselves. She never becomes drunk, and she's confident in her crafting abilities. Her weaknesses is sometimes she needs her space from gems and just wants some alone time, but she is polite about it though. She can be moody about the weather, and she's fussy about going places with deep water. So it's like if she were to go out on a boat, she would be, maybe not necessarily like anxious or panicky, but she would be like, do we really have to? There's got to be another way. Other forms, she can shapeshift, so because she's not a hybrid, she's not locked into like one animal or one creature. She can shapeshift whatever she wants. She probably doesn't do it a whole lot, but she can. The ability is there. Comfort item is the first star she ever caught. It's kept in a beautiful lantern. I didn't draw the lantern, but just picture a beautiful lantern with a star in it. Her hobbies are collecting stars, trying new pottery techniques, and enjoying books and wine with friends. I wrote this and I genuinely could see her, because Iolite has the library in, I'm going to say District 17, and if I get the number wrong, oops. But Iolite's got the library that she's rebuilding from, like, the ground up, like, nothing. So I could see her, I could see Ethena dragging Lotus and dragging Lotus along to Iolite's library, and the three of them, like, sitting down, having wine and talking about books. I think I can picture it. That needs to be an art piece. I need to draw that. I need to draw the three of them sitting around, drinking wine, and talking about books. Like, not drunk, but just, like, having a good time. And then her residence is District 17 in Ophelion. She lives in the same district as Lotus, because they're friends. Stats: power manipulation, 97 out of 100. Endurance, 85 out of 100. She's got pretty good endurance. Her agility, 61 out of 100. Not quite as strong on the agility. Speed, for what she is, I guess, 68 out of 100. She's obviously not going to be running any marathons and winning anything, but she can try. Intelligence, 82 out of 100. She's an older gem, so she's got more accumulated knowledge. And then creativity, 98 out of 100. Again, I don't like to max those numbers out. You know, like, oh, she's max creativity. There's always room for improvement. But she's pretty dang creative because she learned to work with stars and stardust, but we will see that in a hot minute. Okay, we got the color palette. Pretty simple, straightforward, not much there. But I feel like it works with her, like not having a ton of colors. Like there are some characters that have a pretty hefty color palette, and I kind of like the simplicity with her design. It's kind of over the top, but kind of simple. And then reference material. I like doing this segment now where I can kind of talk about the design. Woo, there we go. This was fun. I feel like you can see it with the hairlines. I think I can zoom in here. I can. They don't make sense. Like, some of these swirls, like this one, where it comes up but it also comes back around, that doesn't make a shape. But it does. Like, when you zoom out, when you look at the picture, then it just, at a glance, you get this swirling motion of the hair. And this was really the first time I feel like I have just cut loose. You know, you got these swirls down here where it's like, this swirl's kind of coming up, but it also goes this way, but it comes around. I mean, you could see it in the sketching where it's like, it just has motion that I haven't done before. And she's got these little bits that were, you know, are kind of like floating hair. That was my plan. I don't know if that totally works. Part of me says I need to take them out, but then, like, if I do, it doesn't look right. Like, there's just this weird abstract concept to her that, like, it makes sense, but it doesn't. You know, she has a crown of stars, and that's not really explained, but that's just, it's her. You know, she's got these very loose-fitting clothing, and I feel like that kind of fits more of the ancient style than more of the modern gems. I mean, I'm trying to think of characters that are really good examples of, like, the more modern clothing. But it's stuff like that where, you know, she has this old feel. If you look at her compared to Lotus, if you look at her compared to Sunstone, Iolite, you know, she's got that, she fits that old world feel that, you know, this was the time of the ancients. This was the time before the fall. And she never really changed after the fall. She was around before then. So yeah, I just from a design standpoint, that's kind of where I was going for, just loose clothing. I know the prompt said like chest bandages, I think, which would be, in my opinion, more of a tight wrap. I went more of a wrap. I didn't go as much bandages as I could have, but again, it was kind of one of those, once I started this loose fitting flowing clothing, you know, she's got this chest wrap and then it kind of comes around to the back, and you can see on the this piece, I'll get to this in a second, you know, it comes up over and then it comes around the back. And then she's got the star charm, and it's just really, you know, loose around the hips and stuff, and just kind of this flowing, I don't know, there's something about her. I try not to get too proud of myself and my artwork because I don't want to be prideful. But if I can say, I love this. Also, her eyelashes having the little dots at the end, not something I normally draw, but I like it. This is more the style of the murals that Mystic would paint. And with her being an ancient and working with stars, it's very possible, she could have been painted. I haven't decided yet, like, oh, is she in the Great Hall of Murals on Akira? Haven't decided yet. I don't know. I debated, I'm like, this feels like it could be its own art piece, but again, it kind of works. Once I sketched it, it's like, yeah, it kind of fits this, like, you've got the cartoony version, but you also have this mural lineless version, which I think is fun. Could I have done more details on the lineless? Absolutely, but I was kind of crunched for time. So I did this. Yeah, back to the thing we go. But I don't know, I kind of like how she turned out, and I can't wait to draw her interacting more with the world versus just sitting here and smiling, or sitting here holding up a star, because, she's whatever. Also, if Lotus is the champion of lightning, maybe Ethena should have a cool alias too. Haven't decided. But, you know what time it is? Editor Paint. Cue up that sweet, sweet ambient music. It's time
for the backstory.
This one's actually a little bit lengthy, so... Whew. Athena grew up in a small coastal village, learning about life and nature. When she was old enough, she began learning the art of pottery making from a village elder. For a number of years, she worked on getting the basics down, then grew confident enough in her skills to be a bit bolder and more creative in her work. One night, Athena couldn't sleep and decided to take a midnight stroll. In the distance, she saw something bright. Whatever the thing was, it glowed brighter than any oil lamp she'd ever seen. Curiosity took over, and she sought out the strange item. To her great surprise, the mysterious glowing object was a fallen star. Athena had never seen such a thing up close, and no one had ever told her about what to do if she had found one. Carefully, she picked it up and found it didn't hurt her. It had no ill effects on her whatsoever. Athena brought the star back home with her and put it in a jar, and later had a lantern crafted just for it. After that, she began studying stars and learned about the dust of them, and how legends told of the fragments used in one thing or another. She began going out on cloudless nights and looking for fallen stars to collect them. Bit by bit, she learned how to carefully craft these stars into beautiful fragments and use them for their dust. Some held beautiful colors. Others emitted the most comforting glows. That's when an idea came to her to mix these star pieces into her pottery. From there, Athena began to forge her own path ahead in the pottery design. After the fall, Athena, like many others, fled from her home and went into hiding. She would still collect stars when she could and spent time away from everyone in hiding while the world was sent into turmoil. Her luck turned back around when she became reacquainted with Lotus, an old friend of hers. Seeing her old friend alive and well prompted Athena to come out of hiding and settle in District 17. With newfound hope, an old friend, and a bright future ahead, Athena set up shop once again to make her unique pottery infused with the bits and dust of fallen stars. So there's that. And then, I think the last bit, other than just review, would be trivia. I came up with some really fun and stupid ones, so let's do this. Athena is scared of lizards. She doesn't like the way they move and how some can lose their tails. This was kind of a little bit based on me. I don't hate lizards. I'm not scared of them. I just don't like when they lose their tails, because that's freaked me out as a kid, and even as an adult, I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. Another one. She didn't like the idea of breakfast for dinner until a friend introduced her to blueberry pancakes with a fine wine served on the side. Then it became a fancy treat on occasion. I don't know why, I've been thinking about breakfast for dinner a lot lately, and I'm like, man, I gotta work this in somehow. And I thought, man, I can't drink wine because of, like, food allergies and intolerances and all that good stuff, but, like, man, I bet blueberry pancakes with, like, the right red wine served on the side is probably good. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I can't because of allergies, but I'm pretending. In this fictional world about sentient talking rocks, blueberry pancakes and red wine probably tastes good. Oh, here's another one. While Athena does enjoy swimming, she doesn't like swimming or being out in deep water, especially if she can't see the bottom. This was another one where I was looking for some random stuff and I'm like, yeah, that works. Because I'm kind of the same way. I love being on the water. I love being, like, I don't know, out. It's fun. I just don't like it if I can't see the bottom or I know in my head it's really deep. I don't know why. I'm scared of deep water. So I thought, hey, you know what? That might work for her. Okay, another one. Ethena likes the idea of having a shop cat to keep her company, but she's worried about little paw prints winding up in her projects before she's put them in the kiln. I've seen some really cute, because I have a cat. You guys probably know that from the times I've laughed and joked about him. And I guess because of just looking up cat stuff, I have seen some of the cutest and funniest, like, you know, here's a painting with a paw print on it, or here's a piece of old literature and there's like paw prints in ink, you know, across the page because the cat got into it. And I thought this would be so perfect for her. Like, she wants a cat, but she's not sure if she wants to risk having paw prints wind up in her projects. That might be a cute story thing down the road, but at the moment, she's on the fence about it. And then the last one. Athena's powers allow her to not be harmed by touching raw star materials. Serious injuries may occur to anyone else who doesn't have the specific power if they choose to touch the raw materials. The pottery made with stars is fine for everyone. Let me back that up. The pottery made with stars is fine for everyone to touch once it has been treated and fired. I don't know a ton about pottery. I mean, I do, but I don't. I know a little bit. I'm not, like, intimately aware of, like, the entire process, so I was just like, you know what, something about you put it in the kiln and it does things, and sure, yeah, that, like, takes out the fact that stars would probably seriously, severely injure you if you touched it raw versus once it's been fired. So I thought that would be a fun little detail. Like, she's got this power, she can just go out and, like, pick up stars, but if somebody else were to go out and do it, like Perry. I know Perry's cryo. Onyx is pyro. Snow is hydropyro? I always forget because she's the two. One given, one learned. Anyway, like, if any of the three of them went out to pick stars and they touched it, it would be bad. Very, very bad because it's a star. But because Ethena has that, what the frick was it called? Asterokinesis. I'm just making up a pronunciation now. It's probably wrong. Who cares? Because she has this power, she can touch stars and it doesn't affect her. No ill effects. It's not going to burn her. It's not going to give her some weird disease. It's not going to do anything funky. Like, she can just pick it up like it's a normal pebble in the dirt. And then we have the usual, just copy pasted, and then April's design criteria: white aragonite, potter, female, long hair, chest bandages, or in this case I went with wraps because I could. And then she's just a normal gem. And then the April process video, which I'm currently filming. Say hi, everybody. One day somebody is going to comment hi on the video at this part. They'll, like, leave a timestamp. They'll be like, at, you know, whatever time in the video, hi, and it will be the greatest day of my life. I will just be smiling from one end to the other, and I will be texting all my friends that somebody said hi when I said, say hi, everybody. And then the creator's note, always the same, nothing new there. You know, you can draw the fan art, you can draw the characters, don't use AI. Pretty much the usual. It just gets copied over from character to character. So there we go. Now that I've rambled for way too long. There's Ethena. You know, I went into this with not begrudgingly, but I admit there was this tired, I'm doing it because I set the challenge for myself, and I know it's going out late. I know it is May. I know this is April's video. Like I said, I don't want to dive into it right now, but life just has been messy. Life has been kind of turned on its head. And I don't know. I like going into it, I'm just like, I'm doing this because I have to. I'm doing this because I don't want to quit on the challenge that I set for myself. Like, could I have easily made a video saying, hey guys, life's been kind of wild lately and I just don't feel like doing it? Sure. but to the best of my abilities, I want to do this challenge. And so I don't know. I sat down to do it, and I had so much fun. Writing wise, I feel like it was a little bit of a struggle, kind of getting back into the writing part. I love writing, but I do feel like that comes and goes way more than like art. Like, I can just sit down and doodle, and I feel like the artwork just happened, and then it's like, I gotta do the writing. But I did it. And there's like this little bit of pride that like I was able to pull through. And there's also this part that's like, you know what? It was so much fun. I had so much fun designing Ethena, just cutting loose, and you know, like I talked about with the line work and just doing something creative, something new and different, and not worrying about like, okay, well, where does this line meet up? Where does this curl end? Where's this? Like, there are swirling lines. They interact in ways that maybe don't make sense, but in a way, there's something so fun about that. So, yeah. Here we go. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I do apologize this one was late. I don't think anything I could have done would have helped get it out sooner, but maybe in a way that was for the best, because I managed to get this poll on the day I did that and went, all right, I think I like that. And I ran with it, and it was a lot of fun. So, before I ramble too much longer, I think I'll try to end it here. Thank you for watching this video, especially if you've made it all the way to the end. Just keep on rocking. I don't have any kind of like set outro yet. Woohoo. But that's okay. That's kind of me. That's kind of paint splotch. No two paint splatters are ever the same. No two videos are ever the same. This one might be long, and that's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of with that. I hope to see you in the true May video. This was April's, going up in May. But I hope to see you in the May videos, because I have it on good authority that we might be heading ocean-bound with that for a certain theme for the month. And I may have already started working on that in the background to give myself a leg up on this. And it might already be a fantastic... No, I'm going to pun. I'm going to do a pun here. It might be fantastic. So stay tuned for some more chaos, hopefully coming soon. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye! Potato, 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 watermelon. Barbashiv, shimashiv, barbashiv, shimashiv, barbashiv, shimashiv, barbashiv, shimashiv. Alright, let's do this thing. My nose hurts.